Live from North. Well, that's not work. What a start. Let me see how I can do this. Who's Houston? We have a problem. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me do that. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Come on. All right. Let's just go without the mic for right now because it's weighing down the gimbal. A little bit of a problem there. All right. Seems to be good. You should be able to hear me. We're back. What a start. Okay, so hopefully we'll get a few people in here. Should be good now. Give it a few moments. As I said, I'm in Northern Thailand. I'll get to the exact whereabouts in a few moments. Sipping on a lovely coffee with butter in it. And you know, let me just, I'll show you, the view is not fantastic. However, I will take a little walk and you'll see that this town is surrounded by, there's a mountain and there's some, it's very green and lush, but the town itself is, I'll call it utilitarian, you know, and there's a lot of places shut down, so I'm taking it that the COVID hit this place pretty hard. I'm looking at a lotuses go fresh, and the place is shut down. So, but today we're gonna talk a little bit about tipping. I'm not talking about with cows, you know, where you tip the cow over. Tipping in Thailand, and what should you do? What shouldn't you do? And the bottom line, listen, if you don't want to watch your stream, the bottom line is do what you want. It's your money. But there are some things to consider, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. The weather here is about as perfect as you can get. It's a little bit cool, which is why I have a long sleeve shirt on. I've been wearing it pretty much ever since I got here. Right now it is 61 degrees, high is 71, low of 57. It's cloudy. It's going to be cloudy all day. Winds are 7 miles an hour, south-southwest, and if the feel-like temperature is 60, the humidity is only 67, and visibility is a whopping 31 kilometers. Air quality, though, is 93. So imagine if the air quality was like 5. The visibility would be quite good. And already this morning, I woke up nice and early, unlike everybody else in our group. I'm the first one up, the last one to go to sleep. And I woke up early and went and flew the drone, which was nice. Hopefully I got some good footage. So that's what's going on. And the place I am is a place called Chiang Dao, which I thought my wife wanted to come here. I blame her. I thought she wanted to come here, but actually I think what happened was I saw somebody on Facebook. They were at some place that looked kind of cool, and I went, wow, maybe we should go there. And she's like, okay, she's game. So, and now we're here with Steve and Michelle. Steve has the YouTube channel, of course. You can type in Steve's Kitchen, he'll pop up, Steve Owens. And I think he'll be coming here towards the end of the stream. So, you know, it makes for a different dynamic in the journey to have my wife with me and 2 other people. It's different. It's different for me since I'm always, you know, traveling alone. But it's a nice change, you know. So anyway, right now I am at the MonMo Cafe. there's just the main drag. I think it's 107, Route 107 is the name of the drag that we're on. And yeah, like I said, it's kind of, you know, it's a older town. It's 76.8 kilometers from the border. So it's about an hour and a half away from the Thai-Myanmar border. And you can see a few signs of the, you know, Burmese influence. Some of the clothes that are being worn. You know, there's some Burmese here and there. So, you know, that's interesting too. I'm not sure what we're gonna do today though. We're gonna get, you know, we're gonna get some footage. I'm gonna get some footage. Well, I don't know why, but I guess because I have a YouTube channel. I'll get some footage, and then we may go somewhere else. We may go to Nan, we may go to Pre, we may go to Lampang, we may go to Pai, we may go. I don't know where we're going next, but we're gonna spend the night here again. We got here yesterday, spent the night, and I gotta tell you, getting here and actually finding a place was a little bit tricky, and that's putting it nicely. Is there anybody out there? Henry, you're the only one. Can anybody hear me, or what's going on? What's happening? Like I said, it was tricky to get here. And you know, I don't want to blame any one company. Andy, how you doing? What's happening, guys? Sawati Ton Chow. I don't want to blame any one company, but we were going back and forth from Grab to Bolt to InDriver to try to get a ride from Chiang Mai to here in Chiangdao. And I didn't say Lamphun, no, I haven't been there. I may have been through there, but no, I haven't. I don't know if we would go there. Maybe. I don't know. You know, I hate to say this, but I'm kind of along for the ride. Thank you very much there. Appreciate that very much. Chokdi. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of along for the ride, you know. I can be overruled. That's the thing. I might want to listen. If it was up to me, and if the rest of my group is listening, if it was up to me, we'd go to Taton and we'd take a boat through the jungle that takes 3 or 4 hours. We check out the jungle, relax on the river, and then we make our way from Chiang Rai to wherever we want to go. We could go to Pai, we could go to Praia, we could go anywhere. Lampang, Lamphun. And I'm game to go anywhere. They're all nice, Andy. That's the thing. You know, they're all nice. They're all nice in their own way. However, when we were in Chiang Mai, like I said, we were trying to get a vehicle to get us out here, get us up here. We all are looking online. Steve gets a hit. Some guy says, okay, he's on his way. 2 minutes. Well, 2 minutes come and go. It's like 20 minutes. Where is this guy? Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Okay, another 10 minutes or so goes by. After like 30 minutes, we're like, what's the deal, man? And he sends a message to Steve. Now, it was supposed to be like 641 baht or something like that. He sends a message to Steve, 1,000 baht, okay? And Steve's like, no, not okay. So, you know, we are you going to come? Yes, I'll come. Okay. Well, the guy ended up canceling. So we're stuck. We're like, all right, we just find another one. And there's not that many vehicles available. Bolt was useless. There was no available cars. Finally, we go, my wife, Bo, she finds a driver. She goes, oh, I got one. I look at the license plate. It's the exact same guy. Then Steve gets a hit. Oh, I got one. It's the exact same guy. So the guy shows up. And my wife goes over, starts talking to him. And the guy goes 700 baht. She's like, okay, 700. And I'm like, no. I stuck my bald head in there. And I was pissed. Because I'm like, listen, don't play games, man. You want to negotiate, you better do that right from the start. You don't drive all the way here and then go, oh, I'm going to change the price. And this was in driver. So I'm pissed. I tell the guy, no, we're not paying extra. We're not giving you shit. And of course, my wife is like, oh, 700. I go, no. Stick to it. I told the guy, fuck off on out of here. Excuse my French. Because what is the deal, man? You can't allow these people to do this kind of shit. You cannot not allow them to. And, okay, so, well, InDriver can be very good. It's been very good for me. But this guy was a little weasel. He was a weasel. And, I understand you want to make a buck. But, this gets to my next, it brings me to our next point, which is about tipping, the whole topic of this. I looked at it like, this guy has been jerking people around. He jerked around Steve. He would have jerked him around again. He jerked around my wife. And I'm like, dude, the price is what it is. That's why they have the price there. So we find another one, and it was cheaper. It was cheaper than the original price. Or it was the same price, whatever. And the guy was totally cool. He was a little old guy. So, we take the hour-and-a-half journey. Now, is it really worth getting upset over? No, but, it's like, man, when will these people realize? And they won't. Some of them won't. They will never realize. And I don't mind paying, and that brings me to the tipping point. I don't mind tipping. Now, I go back and forth with Steve and several other people, and some people agree with me, some people don't agree. I think if the guy is cool, he gets you to where he's going, and, you have a little extra scratch, you're going to help the guy in his life a little bit. You're going to be nice, and you create a little goodwill, maybe. And if you leave something behind, which, of course, someone who will go nameless says, well, I never leave anything behind, and then somehow drops his hotel card in the middle of the street and couldn't find it, so he left something behind, in a way. You just never leave something behind in the taxi. Well, sometimes you do. Once in a great while, you might. You might have that happen. And if the guy is, if the guy remembers you, you go, yeah, I gave you the 100 baht tip. I gave you that little tip. Remember? Now, even when it comes to Grab and stuff, most of the time I don't tip them. And I don't usually tip taxi drivers. But I also don't nitpick about if it's 67 baht. I don't really want the 3 baht. I just give them the 70 and that's it. So anyway, this little old guy takes us up. We get to this place where we're going to stay. Sorry, I got to say it. It was called the Brown House. It was a brown house. And we get there and we're looking for, hang on a second, Andy. And there's no check-in place that we can see. There's nobody there. We're calling for people. Then we go in the back and Steve goes over to the one side and there's 3 bulldogs, or I don't know what kind of, there was some kind of a like pit bull, bulldog kind of looking thing that, you don't want to get bit by them. But they're all chained up. They're all chained up together, which, okay, whatever. I'm not going to say anything about that, even though I don't think it's really cool, but okay, it's better to have them chained up so they don't bite you than not chained up. There's nobody there. We're looking around. We're like ready to check in. And fortunately, we told the guy, hey, would you please stay here? So then, my wife's hitting him up for information. And we take a little walk around the house. There's nobody there. All right, let's give up on this. So we drive down the way a little bit more. My wife gives him 100 baht. Now, she could have easily said, you know, here's 30 baht, 40 baht, something like that. Listen, we already paid you, you know, 700. Here's 40 baht. But, you know, the guy was very cool. Now, I don't have a problem with this. So I do think that there has to be some kind of a, you have to look at each situation and see, does it warrant a tip? Many times you don't have to tip. It's, as I've been informed, although I already know this, Thailand is not generally a tipping culture. It is appreciated. But what really struck me as strange is that in the United States, now I've never had this happen to me. And you know, I've tipped, and I've tipped well, and I've also not tipped when service was crappy. Apparently now in the United States, there is this movement, if you don't tip, people get pissed off. The servers get pissed, they might even yell at you, and I'm like, wait a minute, that just doesn't fly. If you don't want to work in a tipping job, then don't get that job, get something else. I mean, that's just the way I look at it. But, you know, I like to hear some feedback on this. Feedback. You know, I understand that if you're tipping all the time, if I was to give somebody who was in a taxi, who's driving a taxi, let's say that the fare every day is 110 baht, and I give the guy 200 baht. Well, I mean, that's too much, in my opinion. I don't care how much money you have or whatever. You don't need to do that. Now, if the guy's your driver, that's a different story. You know, you're giving him a salary where you don't need to tip. I mean, you know, so why would you give somebody that kind of a tip? The Thais don't do it. Oh, well, you're a foreigner and you're different. No, you know what? If I live here, listen, you can't make somebody a citizen or make them a resident and then just say, oh, well, you're, you know, is that true? Did they really expect tips at a drive-through? Are you kidding me? Listen, Burger King's 489 baht. I give you, well, we won't talk in baht. Burger King is $11.70. And, you know, if you give them $12, they're supposed to give you 30 cents, not just keep it. If you give them 15 bucks, they're supposed to give you the change. And they're not supposed to, what? I don't get a tip? No, you don't. You don't get a tip. So the whole crew, hello everybody, good morning everybody, good morning Tom, good morning Gennaro, good morning 2QA. I hate saying that because it's 2/4 Asian. That's better, because if you say 2QA, it's almost like I'm calling them cute. Because sometimes my wife will forget to say the T at the end of cute, and she'll say, oh, it's so cute. Yeah, but see, they expect it, and like to me, it's like, well, you know what? Stick your expectations up your ass. I understand. Believe me, as a YouTuber, I think I know a thing or two because you guys tip me. I understand that. You know, in a way, it's a tip. It's a donation. It's a contribution. It's whatever you want. Although you could get a American in Bangkok shirt. You don't have to tip. You can get a little something. Merch at an AmericanInBangkok.com. I got a new shirt out. It's what is it? It's Nobody Cares, Work Harder. But the next time that somebody, if I'm in the United States, I'm gonna have to get a couple of those shirts to give out. And if some server goes, oh, where's my tip? And I'm gonna go, here you go. Nobody cares. Work harder. And I know plenty of people who have worked in the service industry, and you know, they're like, oh, I got shit tips tonight. Listen, Nicholas does that. And he tells me, sometimes I get a 500 baht tip, sometimes I get 100 baht tip, sometimes I get 50 baht in tips for the night. You know, I don't know what to say. Now, if you're getting a massage, and your massage is 170 baht, I mean, listen, if the lady is good, I don't have a problem giving her a tip. If it's a bellboy and he helps you with your bags, always. I mean, I'm the kind of person that, you know, if I got the cash, if I'm not like going, oh, I'm on fumes right now, and I got the cash on hand, for every day that I'm in a hotel, I always leave a little something for the maid. When you get out of a taxi, all you got to do really is get out ass first. I learned that trick a long time ago. It's not something that takes a lot of genius, but you get out ass first. And generally, because of that, you're looking inside the taxi and you don't forget stuff. And I can't tell you how many times I went, oh, I forgot my pen. Oh, I forgot my phone, whatever it is. So it's really good. Well, that is something that I always adhere to. When you're in the bar, and let's say that your drink is $2.25. Always just give them the extra 75 cents. And if they're really making them strong, throw them an extra buck or two. Jesus Christ. I mean, if you have it, just give it to them. And if they don't increase the strength of your drinks, then don't go to that bartender, don't give them a tip. Even in Thailand, I do that. I did that in Thailand for a long way, you know, for a long time. Now, we ate here last night. I don't know if there's a service charge. I don't know anything because we just scanned it and I didn't pay for it. So I don't know if there was a tip included. I kind of doubt it at this place. Very nice place here, a little place. It's called MonMo Cafe and Restaurant, and it's right on the main road that goes all the way to the border. But we had, you know, I've been on this keto now. Where it's not. I don't like to say it's keto. I like to say that I have cut out my sugar. And I am limiting my carbs to a bare minimum. So like right now, I'm having my coffee and I asked the lady, can you put some butter in? And she goes, huh? I said, some butter. She goes, oh, Keto. I said, yes. She said, okay, no problem. So she did it. And then she proceeded to come out here and, well, listen, I don't have a problem giving a tip, Gennaro, if they give good service. If I'm standing there waiting around for 10, 15 minutes for the bill and 10, 15 minutes for them to take my order when I tell them I'm ready. Oh yeah, bap, you know, wait 1 second. And then, you know, if they give crappy service, they don't get shit. And I mean, you know, really, I've tipped very, very well at some points, and I've tipped nothing because, you know, if they got like, who's gonna give a taxi driver that has an attitude a tip? Not me, okay? You know, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm actually for it. You give them a little something extra. Now, what I was gonna say is, you know, at a lot of restaurants, it's a Thai place, they don't expect a tip. And the fact that they expect something, you know, what have I been saying lately? Temper your expectations. Listen, I don't expect to make $1,000 in tips in my with my super chats. I mean, I just know that the chance of that happening is very slim. You gotta temper your expectations. So I think with servers, they think, oh, I'm gonna make a bundle of money. They give great tips here, and then one night they have a crappy night, and they're like, oh, this sucks. I didn't make any money. I thought I was gonna make enough money today to pay my rent, you know, or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, the taxi driver the other day that took us back to our room, we went out to eat. We met Steve and his wife, Michelle. We met them at this restaurant they were at about 9:30 at night or something like that, 10 o'clock at night. I can't remember what time it was. It was around that time. And the taxi was 55 baht. And I go, you know, I didn't want to give my cash. I go, scan, I my cup, you know, QR or whatever. Yeah, okay. I gave him 60 baht. I gave him the extra 5. I rounded it up to 60. Not a big deal. Now, would I have given him 100? I don't know. I guess, you know, to me, no. I don't think that's warranted for a short little, you know, 10-minute trip. I don't think it's warranted. So, you know, it's, I feel that both arguments are warranted. You know, there's times when it's like, no, what do they need a tip for? You know, it's like there's a delivery charge added on to your meal. I don't know why is it you should tip the delivery man? I don't know. I mean, you do it if you want to. If the guy seems cool or whatever, and I guess if you want to, you do it. And I'm not gonna say I haven't done it. I have. And there's been other times when it's like, oh, it's supposed to be here in 15 minutes and it's not here until 45 minutes. You think I'm tipping the guy? It's not his fault, but no, I'm not. Why? You know. Let me ask you this. How many of you guys that still go to the beer bars and the go-go's or wherever, how many of you guys tip the girls because they're sitting with you and they sat with you all night long and you're not taking them? And you know, I mean, some guys, they're just like, oh, well, later, I bought you one drink, you made your 50 baht. You know, there's a lot of guys that they don't have a problem tipping the girl. But you know, they won't tip at a restaurant if they have a great meal. That to me is wrong. But as it's been pointed out to me, maybe that has to do with my American mindset that tipping is important. And it's something that is ingrained in Americans. I don't necessarily believe that. I believe there is an element of truth to that. But, you know, the thing with Thais is that, you know, they can come to expect it. Just like servers in the US. It's like, listen, if some server said to me, if I gave them, if it was an $87 bill, let's say the bill was $87.90, and I gave him the $12.01, right? And he gave, okay, nothing special service. That's almost 15%. That's enough. I'm giving him $100. And if he came to me and said, you know, you didn't even give me 15%. Usually the tip is 20%, sir. And I'll go, well, you know, just because usually in your world is not usually in my world. You know, you're going to complain about that. And then the thing is, you know, if I had won the lottery, I might just go, here's $100, buddy. I don't know, you know. It's a very sticky topic for many people. Well, you know, one could argue that if you say, well, they don't make shit unless people tip them, well, then they better give good service. That's a damn good reason to give good service. If you know you're not going to make money unless you're getting tips, and I know there's going to be people out there. Listen, I'm not saying some guy gives great service and it's a big meal and you got, 10 people at your table, and the bill is, let's say it's $500, and some guy goes, okay, here's your tip, $10. That's a smack in the face, and the guy gives great service. You know, he was busting his ass. That's horrible. You know, give him 100. Give him whatever you can afford that's, you know, over, say, $75. But that's in the United States. We're talking about here in Thailand. And that's what I'm kind of wondering about. Well, you know, here's the thing. Guys will tip chicks because they think they're going to get a piece of ass, or because they think, you know, it's going to get them in the door and the girl's going to like them because they see that they're a free spender. I think a girl, most girls, they respect a guy who's a free spender as long as he's got plenty of dough and they know he knows what he's doing with his money. I think most Thai women who see a guy and they go, oh, he's not loaded, They don't respect a guy who just goes, "Oh, honey, I'm going to transfer $1,000, $2,000 to your bank account right now because I think you're special." 18%. See, wow. Parties of 6 or more. Yeah, to me, see, that's, yeah, I don't know. And they don't give you 15. They don't make it minimum 15. They make it 18. To me, that's bullshit, okay? And, you know, like I said, it's not that I'm against tipping. I think that if the, and maybe what it is that, yeah, and that's true, but the service should be good. If I can't get a glass of water from a waiter, if there's no water being served, or I can't get a bottle of water or a glass of water, you know, we've eaten probably 2 times now. We've eaten in places just in the last 2 days, and we're sitting there and we're going, "Did they forget my order?" And it wasn't me. Have we forgot? Did they forget the order? Well, that's because they get paid better in Australia. In America, the companies are like, "Oh, no, I'll give you $3 an hour plus tips." And it's like, what? So, you know, I'm not really for that system. But it is what it is. But I'm definitely not for, fuck no. What are you talking about? Tip? That guy who farted on me is lucky I didn't smack the crap out of him. Of course, I would have been stranded. Wouldn't have done any good, which is, you know, why I can think things, but I don't act on them. If I had, you know. Yeah, but we're not talking about Japan. We're talking about Thailand. We're not talking about Australia. I understand in Australia they don't, because Steve is Australian, and I hear it from him about, you shouldn't tip. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. You know, and then I go, listen, you can call a service charge what you want, but when you go into a restaurant, it's a decent restaurant. Even, what is it, Best Buy, the place I went the other day, which I can say, I like the place, okay? I like the place. Fidelity Quester likes the place. Jono likes the place. A lot of people like it. My wife was like, it's average. But they add on a 10% service charge. You know, I don't mind them either, but I think there are situations where if you go out with a, listen, and you know, here's the thing. I asked my wife when we went to Chiang Mai, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever it was, and we went kayaking. Didn't we tip the group, the company? Didn't we tip them? Didn't we tip the guy? We tipped the guy who took the video. We tipped the guy who was our guide. We tipped on our food. And my wife said the reason that we needed to tip was because they were hurting because of the COVID. So we figured we'll help them out. And, you know, I think that's fine. And like I said, if it's our money, if it's your money, if it's my money, whoever's money it is, you can do what you want. Now, does that mean that they're going to start to expect it all the time? Maybe. But, you know, listen, I can't control what they expect. Just because I give a tip for a kayaking journey and it tends to be a little heavy, doesn't mean I'm going to do that every single time. You know, I think it's a situational thing. I'll put it that way. Yeah, different states have different minimum wages. I'll show you real quick. And there's not much to see, honestly. It's you see this Lotus Fresh is closed. I don't know what this place is here. Some kind of a little store. I don't know what they're selling, can't tell. So, it's an active town, but it can be relatively quiet, especially at night. So there's the main, this is the main drag. I'd have to ask my mother how much I don't remember. Here's a 5-star, which as much as I would like to eat the 5-star chicken, I'm not eating it. And they have a nice pork out, they serve pork out here, grilled pork, mu ping, and all this other kind of stuff. But it's marinated in a sauce that is loaded with sugar and, you know, who knows what else. But anyway, this is where we're at here. I don't know what's back here. Oh, maybe it's their house. I don't know. But they do serve beer here. Let me show you again. The MonMo Cafe restaurant in Chiang Dao. I've seen 2 foreigners in this place. In this town, I've seen 2 foreigners. Chiang Dao, not Chang, Chiang, like Chiang Mai. Yes, sir. And, you know, we stayed in a little place. Well, I will tell you something. If you throw up in a taxi and they have to clean it up, if you leave something behind and they bring it back to you, first of all, you think about it. If they're all the way across Bangkok and they got to drive all the way back to your house, I've had somebody do this before. I left my phone behind a long time ago. And I called the phone, and the guy said, yeah, I got your phone. I said, well, could you bring it back for me? I'll give you some dough. And he's like, yes. So what I did was I calculated how much is it going to cost him to go and to go back to wherever he was, which was like 300 baht. And I go, you know what? I'll give him 1,000 baht. He didn't have to bring it back. I saved my phone for 700 baht. And that was according to my wife. You know, now, I tell you one thing that I don't mind doing is if I have to take a motorcycle trip, like in Vietnam, I took a long motorcycle trip. I went up into these mountains, and I went to this fishing village, and I took Grab, and they were cheap, much cheaper than Thailand. Now, the guy drove me for like an hour and a half. Each place. And you know, I'm like, this guy got me there alive. So when he goes, that'll be $4. You think I'm not gonna give him the extra buck? You know, I got $5. I give him a 5, or I don't know, whatever the equivalent in dong was. I gave him like $1.25 or something like that, whatever it worked out to in dong. And the reason I did it was because, you know what? Listen, dude, you got me there alive. And I'm not driving. We were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about it. I go to temples once in a while, but like most of them, you seen one, you seen them all. There is a, I think there's a place. Is this the area? Yeah, there's a place I want to go see. Let me see something. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna ask when the lady will come out here. She's very nice. She likes to speak English, and she practiced with me a little bit, and you know, she likes my wife. My wife was talking to her. They went back and forth about where to go, what to do, where to stay. What is in Chiangdao, and there are quite a few things. I'm going to read them off to you because I'm not going to. There's no way I'm going to do a video with all these things, and we're not going to stay here for more than another night tonight. There is a cave here, Chiangdao Cave. We may go to that. There's bamboo rafting on the Ping River. We're not going to do that because it's too damn cold. You can hike up Chiangdao Mountain, although the Chiangdao Mountain, which you can see if you look behind here, there's a kind of a gray shape. That is Chiangdao Mountain. And it is 7,135 feet high. So you can hike up that if you want. I don't think we're going to be doing that. You can climb up the Tapaplong Temple. Wat Tapaplong. Supposed to be great views there. We may do that. I don't know. Climb sounds like a no, but if it's walk, that's different. Doi Luang Chiangdao, Chiangdao Market. There is a Tuesday market. We're not going to be here for that. And there's what I really want to see, which is the Wat Patat Doi Mon Ching, which is the Thai version of the Burmese Golden Rock. So I want to see that. And then there's also the Wat Tam Dokam Pa Sam Liam King Naresuan statue or whatever. There is no walking street. No, there's no road that goes to the top. There's like I believe the way that it is there's a walking path. There's a dirt path. There's the Doi Luang Crayfish Farm to Cafe, which I would like to go to, but I don't think I will. And there is the Cave Bar. Well, I'm almost to the border of Myanmar up in northern Thailand, so it's about 700 miles is it 700 kilometers? I think it's miles. Good morning, my lady. The lady was asking about you over there. She was asking about you. She's like, what, she hasn't woke up yet? I'm like, no. Are you kidding me? She's sleeping in. So.
What's checking around?
Checking around what? I can tell you. There's a golden rock. It's like in Burma, they have this big golden rock sitting on the edge of a cliff. It's all covered with gold. We should go see that. That's my thing. Either that or we go up and we go to, everybody says Sawadee Kap Kun Bo. Sawadee Ka. Oh, she's going to work. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much, Tom. Appreciate that. And I notice it's in Dong. Oh, Billy says hello, Bo.
Hello, Billy.
You hear that? She's, hello, Billy. Thank you very much, Tom. Appreciate, I can't say that. Appreciate the dong. Huh?
Lady gonna have
Yeah. Do you want to, you want to look in?
no.
Huh?
Hello.
Have you put your makeup on and got your face ready? You got a little something on the back of your leg. Tom, you have too much dong. Yes. Vietnamese dong, of course. But thank you. Soy dog, what's happening? What's going on? What's going on? She wants to be seen, but she doesn't want to be seen. Although she will be in a video coming up. I think. I don't know. Chilling in FLA. Well, I'll be in FLA in a couple of months. I say a couple. It's going to be like...
Same guy that night?
Who? No.
Different?
He's a different guy. Oh, so actually there's 3 Farang I've seen, and it's been 3 Farang men. 1 cycling, 1 on a motorcycle journey, and then this guy who was cycling also as well. It'll be in May, so it's not a couple of months. It's like 5-6 months. It'll be in May, and we may go to Ecuador. And you know, I really am pushing myself. I'm pushing myself to say, wow, could I really make a change? Yes, I know she was, but I'm the one who put her in there. Anyway, but I've been pushing myself to think, you know, like, okay, so do I really think that moving to Ecuador would be possible? Man, it's hard for me. And she's just the other day, she was like, well, when we were coming up here, we were supposed to take the train, and at the last minute, she had some meeting she had to take care of. And at the last minute, we just decided to fly up. So that kind of changed things around a little bit. We flew up, and you know, that was good. But then, you know, I just been thinking about it, and she was talking about, oh, maybe we should. It's been years we've been talking about this. Buy a place in Chiang Mai, not in this, you know, around the city center or anything like that. And I'm like, go farther north, go farther north. And you know, there's part of me that actually, you know, I'm starting to warm to the idea. It just depends on the burning and you know, where the exact position of the place is. You know, I'm very particular. And then I think about going to like Ecuador and what that would mean. Not only financially, which is, you know, something to consider, but also for our family, and for me long term, and for her, and missing Thailand, and then wanting to come back to Thailand because it's a hell of a long journey. It's not like going to Portugal where you could be, you know, to Thailand in less than 24 hours. You know. The elephant coffee is in Chiang Mai. I don't even know if they're serving it right now. They may be, and I still want to do it, but it is expensive. They have a little thing where you get, you know, like a little elephant shit coffee for 2, and they give you like, you know, some little cakes and croissants or whatever. Like, you know, they're like little. You get like 4 or 5 different ones, whatever, and it's 2,500 baht. It's not cheap. 2,500 baht to drink coffee that came out of an elephant's ass. Steve? Yeah, he was awake. He asked, are you still going to do what you did? And I said, listen, I've already showered, shot a drone. I put the drone up today.
Yeah, you can tell maybe what maybe you can come meet us earlier because I have a plan for today.
What's the plan?
Or I just walk around, talk to people, and get some good deal.
Yeah, but what? Where's the adventure with that? Where's our fun?
Well, they're gonna take us around. It's cheaper.
Oh, who's going to take us around?
Local people.
Have you met them yet?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Well, I want to go to that Golden Rock, okay? So, Steve, if you heard that, because Steve supposedly is watching, Bo said she's met some locals that are willing to take us around. Now, one of the places that I really would like to see, there's 2 places I'd like to see, and I'd like to see the Doi Luang Crayfish Farm to Cafe because they got crayfish here, and that fits into my diet. But if we don't see that, I'm not going to cry about it. But I would like to see the Thai version of the Golden Rock, the Wat Pratat Doi Mon Ching. I would like to see that. And other than that, I don't care. I'm up for anything, and I'll have the video will come. I have video from Pattaya. I have another trip video, which is the bus from hell, the actual riding of the bus to hell, and what was going on inside the bus to hell, what it was like. No rice, no sweaty cup. No rice, no noodles. You want to say hello? You want to say hello? Say hello
Hello
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
คุณพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้ไหมครับ
นิดหน่อยค่ะ
นิดหน่อย She teach you
Yes
She teach you English
Yes
Where do you come from
Thailand
Where in Thailand Chiangdao
เชียงดาวค่ะ
you เป็นคน Chiangdao
ใช่ค่ะ
โอเค เป็น Chiangdao ด้วย
เชียงดาวด้วย สวัสดีค่ะ
มอนอะไรนะ MonMo Cafe That is the MonMo Cafe staff owner and staff Is that her daughter? Or I think it's her staff Oh maybe sister, yeah She got 2 little kids, they're very cute So yeah, last night this is what was really cool You know, they're getting ready to eat all this pork and everything. It's all slattered up with the spices and sugar, of course, because they dump a lot of sugar and everything. I am in Chiang Dao, Soy Dog Cowboy. And there's a chance we'll go to Nan. There's a chance we'll go to Pai. There's a chance we'll go to Lampang. I'm not sure, but we may go to Pai. I don't know. I'm not sure. We want to be surrounded by young hippies. I'm joking. But yeah, we're gonna go somewhere. Who knows, you know? We're going where the wind takes us. I don't know. At least 3-4 more days at least. You know, maybe a little longer, depends. I don't know. You know, she's always like, oh, the kids okay, the kids are fine. Kids are grown adults now. They're fine. They're doing their own thing. They got plenty to do. And you know, sometimes you gotta let go. This is, I think this is coffee from Chiang Mai. But it's good. It's good coffee, and she put the butter in for me, which is great. I am down 9.1 kilos. So almost 20 pounds. And it's starting to show, and I'm starting to be able to fit into my clothes a lot better. I feel pretty good. So I have no intention of stopping. I like what I'm eating. I like what's going on. I like cutting out all the bread and the other stuff. But what I did last night was they were starting to eat, and I thought, I'm going to see what I can find. So I walked down just like a block or so down the street, and there's this van out, and the guy's like, oh, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I didn't think anything of it. Then I looked, and I was reading in Thai. He had it up on these signs, and I did take some video of it. He just had his van open. He had a big van, and it's all open, and he's got all these coolers in it, and he's got a little thing to cook. Yeah, well, you know, walking is one of the things. I'm starting to do, you know, some calisthenics and stuff, just get myself slowly back into it. I don't want to do too much too fast. Have you gained any link? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I walked down, I found the van. This old guy, Mr. Sapok. Or Sapot, that's what his name was. Supot. And I said to him, you have shrimp? And he says, yes. And I said, it's just shrimp. And he said, yeah. I said, how much? It's 100 baht. Okay, 100 baht, and it was supposed to be for 6 big shrimp, which is okay, I'll take it. He threw in extra shrimp for me. We started talking. He was a nice guy. He wanted to know everything about me, you know, and I was asking him questions. He was the fisherman. He was the one who went out and caught the stuff. So he just brings it right down the street every day. People know him, and he sells fish. He sells all kinds of stuff. Now, I just got the shrimp, just plain old boiled shrimp. And I thought, okay, this is not enough. I need to get something else. So then I look across the street. They got the salted fish. The steamed salted fish, the tilapia. So I get one of those. I bring it back. In the meantime, I get messages. They got steak here. You can just get a steak. Don't worry. I said, okay. I come back. I order the ribeye. I get the steak. Now it's Thai steak. Whatever. It's meat. So then I'm like, I'm still a little hungry. I had 2 boiled eggs. And that was my meal. So if you look around, you can put together a pretty decent, healthy meal. I thought it was good. And I'm gonna do the same thing today. So there you go. You don't always have to eat noodles and you know, and I'll tell you what, my wife had some curry yesterday. What'd you get? What was that curry dish you got? Penang curry? Penang?
Steve get Penang.
Oh, what did you get?
Khao soi.
Oh, she got cow soy. It looked so good. I wanted some. I was like, oh, but cannot. No cheat meals. I'm not doing any of that. No cheat meals. You eat the cheat meals, it knocks you out of keto, and then you got another 3-4 days. I gotta cut these. 3-4. I'm getting bushy eyebrows like Mr. Tom. It knocks you out of keto for like 4 days, 5 days. And I have to give a big shout out to Fidelity Quester for helping me with this. I still eat a lot of vegetables. The vegetables that are without carbs. I'm eating a lot of vegetables. A lot of green leafy substance, a lot of roughage. Yeah. So yeah, it's starting to work. I'm starting to lose a little of my neck, a little bit of neck fat, which is good. And like I said the other day, right now I'm wearing a pair of jeans. I haven't fit into my jeans since before the COVID, and it was even a couple years before that. I just haven't worn jeans. I just don't care. But now I'm like, you know what? I might as well wear them. I think he started the keto when I did that year. We went to Thanksgiving and yeah, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he knows a hell of a lot about it. I mean, that's what he does. He studies that day in and day out. He watches videos, he reads, he's the scientist. So, and you know, Jono only eats one meal a day also. Once in a while, he'll have a little something earlier in the day, but most of the time he eats one meal a day. So it's been, what's today, Sunday? So it's been 3 weeks now. So in 21 days, I've lost almost 20 pounds. This is bugging me. And I really have not stressed about it too much, you know. I have the bulletproof coffee in the morning. I got plenty of energy to walk around. So I'm gonna, let me see here. I'm gonna take a little walk down the street and I'll come back. But I'm gonna walk down the street so you guys just get a little feel for the town or whatever. You hear me, Bo? I'm gonna walk down the street. I'll come back in a minute. Let me see if I can fix this here. All right, here we go. All right, let's go. Lots of wires. This is, I almost want to say it's like a border town, but it's not on the border. It's, you know, almost, what is it, about 50 miles from the border. So there's a little market over here. There's a shopping mall over here. Yeah. One thing that I've been griping about lately is the ineptness, the apathy when it comes to some professions, when it comes to some kind of subjects. I mean, poor guy stands and touches a light pole and he dies. That's it. He's done. You know, in a matter of seconds. That's unnecessary. And while I think most of the electricians here, you know, they probably do a good job and they do the best they can, I think when it comes to smaller outfits and private things, I think some people just, you know, they do as little as possible. All right, so it says here there's a pawn shop and a market to the left here. Back in here. And it's not very big. I walk back there. Nothing is really big in this town. There's a little mobile shop. Hello. And over to the right is a pork place that I went into. Gennaro, that's what I was just talking about. He was a Russian guy playing basketball, and he leaned up against a pole that ended up electrocuting him to death. And just down the street from my house, there's a swimming pool that actually I photographed my kids in the swimming pool before. And two kids went into the pool. No worries. Two kids went into the pool. And there was a light. I don't know how it happened, because from what I've heard, it shouldn't have happened. It was, I don't want to say damn near impossible, because it happened, but they got electrocuted. They went in and I don't know if they touched the light or what happened, but they got electrocuted, and that was the end of that. Cycrop. So we got some sausage over here, but I can't eat these now. From what I read, it was that he touched the pole. But if it was a wire, that's even worse. Just some wire. I mean, like, look at this. Here's a wire right here. There's no reason for that. Really. You always got to be careful here about the wires and, you know. All right, here's a little place over here. They got all kinds of places. I mean, like, if you look at this place, this is what it's all about. These little mom and pop shops. You got a little chair store over here. I don't want to get hit by a car. This is a little bit bigger, actually. Nana Stationery Store. Hey, do me a favor, please. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe for the continuing adventures of whatever I am, an American in Bangkok. Look at this. Here we go. Another wire. I almost ran into it. Well, young Tom. I guess it's a duck restaurant, or duck. They sell duck or something. I don't know. Yeah, leave a thumbs up if you can, and go to my website, AnAmericanInBangkok.com. Please consider becoming a member of my channel, a Patreon patron, whatever. to my surprise, one of my PayPal accounts still works. It's not a problem. One of them is going to be, I'm going to end up deleting it because I can't use it here anymore because I don't have a Thai ID card. And it was a Thai account. They want you to reopen a Thai account, and then here's I don't know how to say fuse in Thai. I could ask Steve. Steve needs a fuse. Let me see if I can get one for him. Swaddy Cop. You have a fuse? Fuse 13
13M
ครับ
ใส่กับอะไรคะปลั๊กพ่วง หรือว่าเบรกคัทเอาท์
เป็นที่ไฟเป็นยาว
แบบนี้เหรอคะ
ครับ
อันนี้ได้ไหม
I think so okay
เอาตัวเดียวเหรอคะ
เอาสองอันนี้13ใช่ไหมโอเค
นี่สองตัว
okay all right there you have it he should be happy hopefully this is the right size otherwise it's 10 baht it's not the end of the world ขอบคุณมากครับ Oops. Oh man, that chicken smells good. Kalrat Gang. There are a lot of food places here. There's a barber shop over here. There's a food place over here. Barber shop here. Banh mi guy. We got noodles with chicken and yeah. Banh mi. Gotta be careful I don't step out in the middle of the road. Kamu. We got a pork place over here. Khao Kamu. I don't know if it's open yet. We got another little coffee shop here. We got a restaurant here. So, you know, this is a little, I mean, it's not like, it's not a well-developed tourist destination, for sure. But you do get some tourists here once in a while. You get a few, which is why I'm here. There's not many. Now, we're gonna just turn here and then head back, but careful going across the street. Chiangdao Cave. So you see here camping, trekking, and natural learning. Wildlife sanctuary, cave. The nest is up ahead. It's relatively, it's not a short jaunt. You know, that's another thing. You need to rent a motorcycle. We considered renting motorcycles here. But if you go, you see that in the background there. That is Chiang Dao Mountain. And if you've got to go about 5 kilometers to get to this place, the Nest, which it would have been nice to go there, to be honest. But we just thought at the time that we didn't want to stay that far from the main road, so we stayed in another place that's on the main road. Anyway, so, you know, nice place here, nice house. And I flew the drone from here earlier today. I flew the drone towards the mountain, racked up, I don't know, half an hour of footage, which was nice. So I'll have that up pretty soon. Hopefully soon. Oh God, get out of here. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Swadikap. Stop sniping my stream. Just go down there. Yeah. Mr. Steve sniping my stream, attempting to. All right, massage. You want a massage? You get a massage. We were up for it yesterday, but we ended up staying out a little bit too late. Although late was 8:30. This is the kind of town that shuts down early. Ooh, noodle shop. They must open up at night or whatever. I don't know. I didn't see it yesterday. Or they don't open up at all. Yeah, they open. We may go. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I have 3 places that I would, if we could go to all 3, that'd be fabulous. And the mountain is one of them. Yeah, they're at this time they're around 1,045, something like that, 1,145 baht for the Nest. There's Nest 1, Nest 2. But like I said, we were just by the time we got here, we'd already waited around for 2 hours to get a taxi. And, you know, then it was really about 2 hours to get here. And we went to the one hotel, nobody there. There's a guy from yesterday riding on his bicycle. Clothes shop. English? Several people here speak a fair bit of English, actually. I was surprised. But, you know, I've got a little notebook, and I've got probably 20 or 25 things that you can do here. It's not a big tourist place, no. But there are things to do. I mean, you know, You want to go hiking. You want to go into the cave. You want to go up the mountain. You want to go see the Golden Rock, which is something I really would like to do. Because I didn't see that in Myanmar. Not yet, at least. And I would like to. People are friendly here, like usual. You know, like most Thais, they're friendly. They're a little shocked when I start speaking Thai, and they don't understand what I'm saying because they didn't expect me to speak Thai. There's another barber shop across the way. Fried chicken. Vegetarian food. Another barber shop. And there's the pork store. So we walked by. I went in there and they got meat and they have a few other things, but you know, it's basically pork. It's a pork store. What do you expect? Everything's shut down here, man. Don't know why. I mean, what time is it now? It's 10 o'clock, so I would think things will start opening. If they're not open now, they're gonna open soon or they won't. Chiang Dao Center Hostel. This is the hostel here. Yeah. Yeah, lots of bikers ride through here. There's another chick. There's a Farang chick over here. Backpacker. Oh, backpackers. 2 female backpackers, 1 male backpacker. There you can see the mountain a little more pronounced. The usual kind of place that in this kind of town, you know, a little clothing store and get some whatever you want. There's a lot of this. I've seen quite a bit of the Lana clothing. Waddy cup. Appliances, you know, your usual. Kakamu. So, okay, so they're selling pork here. Doesn't look like it's open, this restaurant. Look at this. Looks like maybe some Thai tourists, I don't know. Back in the chair. I haven't seen any. There's plenty in Chiang Mai. In fact, I got a list. I got a little pamphlet that tells you where they all are. Apparently there are some gummies. What flooding? What are you talking? There's no flooding right now here. I'm not worried about flooding, but thank you. No flooding here. How's that croissant? Yeah? What else did you get? Pork? Oh, you bought it from that lady cooking the pork out there? Anyway, so, you know, we're going to do a few things. I'll probably stream at least 1 or 2 more times, not from here, but from our next destination. Maybe I can do something where, you know, there's something going on aside from just the usual sitting in a cafe and shooting a breeze. However, I know that my pal Steve is going to be streaming. Supposedly he's going to be walking up here. He should be walking up here now. And when I stop streaming, he's going to start streaming. Obviously, we have different people watching, but, you know, maybe you guys might want to watch him. Maybe his people might want to watch me. I don't know. So he should be on his way, and he'll be streaming. I don't know what he's going to talk about. He's probably going to counter my tipping argument, although I think I'm very fair about it. You know, getting back to that whole thing. I think you tip if you want to. You don't tip if you don't want to. And if you know, if you're in a place and tipping is, I don't want to say expected, but tipping is the norm, then you tip, you know. So, no flooding. Fortunately, there's no flooding. I mean, it's overcast, but I don't think it's going to rain. I think we're good to go. This is a nice place. Let me, hey, how you doing, buddy? Let me see here. I'm going to go into this joint and show them around. You see, it's open. It's actually open from 7 to 10, and it's a nice little place. Very quaint. So, you know, I got the usual, but they sell beer and booze. And they have a tip box, you see. They got Stella Artois beer. They got little cakes, croissants. And it's just a little place, but it's quite nice. Very nice, and they got the Christmas tree up. They got the Christmas tree up, which is cool. I'm surprised that the lotuses, I'm surprised they would close. I would think that they would need it here in this little town, but I guess not. MonMo Cafe, once again, been very nice to us. It was nice that when I said, could you put some butter in my coffee, please? She knew right away. Oh, butter, okay. Cool. You know, So one street town, one main street. Fish guy over here selling salted fish, and then down the street a little ways was the guy with the van selling his stuff. Very cool. Anyway, I'm sure I'm going to pay here. I don't mind paying for it. I do mind paying for it if I have to pay for it to be on a muffin. They give you a free, they give you butter to put on your croissant, but then when you have a muffin, you're not supposed to put butter on it. Some people like butter on their muffin. They like their muffins buttered. You know, I like my muffins buttered. Anyway, I think we're about at the end of this stream. Like I said, supposedly Mr. Steve Owens will be here, and he'll start streaming. I don't have a link for his stream that he's going to put on. I don't know if he's put it up or not, but you can, easy to find him. And that's really all I got. You know, do what you want when you're tipping, but be smart about it. Be reasonable, you know. And remember, if you're tipping all these girls because they're sitting down with you, then maybe, I don't know, maybe, oh, this one goes to Taton, up towards the jungle. Just be smart, that's all. Don't be a chowderhead, all right? Like I said before, please visit my website at americaninbangkok.com. Check out the merch. There's merch. Oh, here it is right here. Red onions. Get your red onions. Get your, what else they got there? Pineapples? Anyway. There we go. Nice place here. Yeah, visit my website, you know, pick up a shirt or two, get a mug, get a hat. Do the whole membership thing or whatever. It's only like $1.99. Do the Patreon thing, do the Cash App thing, whatever you want to do. Just watch. At this point, you know, watching is good. So, next stop, I don't know, it's anybody's guess. I'm leaning towards Lampang or Pai. That's where I'm leaning. But I can be overruled. So, now the idea was that Steve was going to come walking up as I was stopping the stream. But obviously, he didn't get the memo. So, oh well. Anyway. I would say, if you're going to come up, you could come up here for a day or two, check things out, maybe 3. You know, spend 2-3 nights here at the most. And well, Pai is P-A-I, Wesley, FYI. You can stay 2-3 nights here pretty easily. You know, don't expect there to be a million things to do. You know, a lively nightlife or anything like that. It's just not that way. I'm sure you could find a karaoke or two if you really wanted. And then you could head up to Taton or Phang. Those are places that not all that many foreigners go to. And I'm contemplating wherever we go, my wife may end up flying back, and then I may go up to Taton and take a boat down the river. It goes to Chiang Rai, and then from Chiang Rai, go to Chiang Mai, and I'll either fly back or take a train back, whatever. Depends on prices and what's available and whatnot. So anyway, thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you when I see you. Thank you very much, Tom. I am Scott. I'm an American in Chiangdao for now. I rhymed. That's very nice. I'm in Chiangdao for now. Soon to be in somewhere else up here in the north. But I will talk to you guys later. Chokbi, Jerken Mai, all that good stuff. Please do. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay?